Hi everyone, Indigo Twin here. Hope we're doing great this week. Um, we've got, I'm here for your reading from the 21st of November for the week, up and coming week. And we've got some really good cards here again. Notice down here we have the twins. That's been popping up a fair bit lately, so that's a good sign. That's a really, really good sign. I believe it was actually in the masculine last week. So that's good. We're really sort of focusing in on what's been going on and how we're best going to sort of work with those energies. So we're doing great. Everyone's doing great. um, we've got through the portal, we've got through the big supermoon, so I hope everyone really sort of got through that okay. There's been a lot of letting go, a lot of just letting go of old behaviors, old patterns, changes, lots of changes I've had in the past week or so. But anyway, let's get on with the reading for today. So we'll start with, for those of you who are just joining, this is the masculine energies, the union or the relationship energies, and this is the feminine energies. So whichever one you relate to the best. And then, of course, I do extra cards that I pop in just to sort of give us how masculine reflects towards the union and how the feminine reflects to the union, which I reveal later, as well as the card that's sitting on the top here. So let's go into, now we've also had Cyrus a lot. Now Cyrus is this card up here. Cyrus is very visible, and I've spoken about this. Oops, let's get that card. I've spoken about this, the Cyrus energies a lot. And perhaps because I relate to that, there's beautiful in the eastern skies here. Cyrus is burning brightly as one of the brightest stars besides Venus or Jupiter. It's really has been up there burning brightly. So a lot of good energies coming from that. I've actually experienced 2 shooting stars in the past week. So it's all been interesting energies. Lots of people I've spoken to have had various things go on. So we're looking at where relationships are going and how those energies are going and working through old karmic patterns and karmic issues. So there's a lot been going on. Now going back to the Cyrus card. So it's card number 15 or 6 when we break that down. So Cyrus energies are more about, they're very much, talking about, 15, card 15, broken down to 6. So we're talking, it's a 5-pointed star, an obelisk, and it's a sacred star of the ancients. It talks about universal awareness. There's a lot of travel and movement, adventure, and strength within that card. So it's a really, really good card come up into the masculines. So it shows that, they're receiving a good breadth of vision, and, that they're actually on a 5D level. There's a lot of deprogramming coming down into the 3D, a lot of deprogramming of, limiting beliefs. So that's a really, really good sign. It's about opening the mind as well. So very good, meaning, there's a lot of 5D work that's been happening, and that's been happening for the last few months. And it's now coming more into the 3D, which is excellent news for all involved. Now we have the Uraeus, which is, of course, the serpent. So Uraeus is talks about things. It's the insignia of priestly wisdom. So it's got some, sort of divine wisdom that's occurring there. It talks about honesty. So I get a strong feeling that the masculines are really beginning to look at being really honest with themselves and how they see themselves in the greater scheme of things. So it's a good card to be coming up, but it also suggests careful and wise handling of any situations and a lot of planning behind the scenes. So, if there are any, what I get strongly here, if there are any past relationships, karmic relationships that the masculine still has or are carrying energies from. This card is suggesting that they're beginning to see through any covert plans. Okay, so they're beginning to sort of see things for what they really are, what they truly are. Now, that could be a marriage that they're in, and they've met their twin, and they're trying to get out of that situation. That is telling me that they're beginning to really, really open up to, the manipulations and things like that that's occurring. A typical saying of Uranus is, "He who laughs last." So it's very much sort of, and up, getting up on, up on someone else and sort of basically seeing through their manipulations to it in order to sort of move forward. Because we're moving forward, we have the Twins card. Twins card, number 20, perfect card here. Recognizing the masculine it's all about partnership, marriage, if you like. It represents twin souls. It does embody the principles of integration, so that's a very important key. So in the masculine, he is feeling that the place he needs to be is with his twin. He is wanting to let go of any past karmic issues in order to be with his twin. This is the strong message that I'm getting here. But this is the effort. It really relies on the masculine to be able to get to this point. He sees it. He has vision. He sees this. He sees this occurring. That's what his strongest desires are. He really is seeing it. However, there are still things that are holding him back from actually stepping into this. So I get a sense of a few delays occurring there. So all in all, not too bad. Now, moving over to the feminine. I'm going to go straight to the feminine. The Thoth card, very good. And this, interestingly enough, is actually a twin card as well. So we've got the twin serpents. It's like the Kundalini. So very much, there's a lot of nice energies going there. It's the twining around, wrapping each other around in their love. So it very, matches quite perfectly with the way the masculine is looking towards. Feminine already knows what she wants, getting a strong sense of the feminine going, yes, absolutely, this is what I want. Nothing else will be good enough. This is it. I want the whole thing, the whole lot. I'm ready to step into union. I'm ready to step into mission. Show me the way and I'm there. That's what the feminine's saying here. Show me what I need to do because, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. So it's very important for the feminines to actually really keep that strong belief. Try to clear any doubts and fears. Very, very, very important because we can't come into any sort of union if we are carrying fears. So, of course, being that it's Kundalini, there's a lot of sensual energy, I'll call it. So, the feminine's really feeling that, and, that is actually coming across to the masculine. So he's feeling those energies coming from her. So it's a great sign. So the card, again, is Thoth. It's card number 5. It's all about fate and karma. So very much it's an intertwining. It's the healing of the soul. So the feminines have been doing a lot of work. I know I've been doing work. A lot of feminines I'm working with are doing a lot of work and purging and things like that and releasing the old. So it's a very, very good sign because this is the energy that the feminines are actually carrying around. And of course, this is Isis, the beloved goddess of light and love, Isis. Beautiful energies. So we've got very sensual energies, very feminine energies. Very much, she is the wife of Osiris, the divine, which of course you can see over there. So she's all about compassion and caring and perseverance. Knowing that the impossible is made possible, and knowing and understanding and knowing that help is available from beyond, as long as she tunes into that energies from beyond. And of course, you're very much, this is, focused around Isis and Egyptian energy. So of course I have the Isis goddess cards here, which we will go into later. But it's really, really good. This tells me a lot. It tells me a lot about releasing fears and turning to Isis in times of need, and offer your sorrows to her. She's there for you. Offer your sorrows, your fears, offer them to her. She will gladly take them off your plate and fling them into the sun. That's her job. So call upon Isis when you need. Call upon Mother God, Mother Mary, if that's where you'd like to look as well. But definitely feminine goddess energies here, because of course, look at this. We have success. The success card number 19. We're there. We're getting there. We're actually getting there. A lot of twins, if not already, will be very close to union by the end of the year. I get a strong sense that this will happen, and it's very exciting. Very, very exciting. I can't wait. I'm getting messages and emails to say, yes, it's happening. We're getting more contact. Things are going a lot better than what they have been. And, my advice is tread carefully. You don't need to be guarded. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. No one's going to deny you from absolutely being your true self, and your twin will love you for it. Don't pretend. Don't wear a mask. Oh, I wonder if I should. I wonder. Stop thinking. That's my best advice. Don't think, feel, and feel strongly within the heart. When you feel into the heart, that's when you'll get all your answers coming to you. And trust. Have faith. It will come. Okay? If it's meant to be for you in this lifetime, you will be reunited with your twin. You will fulfill your mission. You will spread unconditional love through your relationship. It's there. Success is available. Should you choose it? We have the choice. Okay? We've got the energies here. I can only tell you what energies are going on. It really is up to you how you work with those energies in order to successfully work towards mission and union and mission. It's really up to you. These energies are here. Look at the work that you still need to do. What fears do you still have that you need to overcome? It's very important. I know I stress this every week when I do these readings. So important. So just be there. Be you. Be yourself. Be your true goddess self. You are amazing. Your twin is amazing. You will come into union. The lessons are meant to be there for us to heal in order to come into union. So keep up the fantastic work. And moving on. So this card is how the masculine is perceiving the union, looking at the union. It's a cautionary card. Anubis is about protection at all levels. So it's a little bit, I'm sensing there's a little bit of protection here. So he's, sort of guarding himself. Okay, do I step forward? Do I step forward? Oh, I just actually pulled that card and I realised I haven't even gone into the centre. Okay, I must have been guided to go there first. Okay, no problems. Let's stick with it. Yes, so we're getting very much about motion and movement and action, a sense of humour, guidance through difficulties, which interestingly enough, the energies that are happening here within the union go really well with that card. Okay, let's go on for the feminine energies and how she's feeling towards the union and how she's relating, looking towards the masculine. Interestingly enough, we've got the serpent looking towards the union, the Anubis looking back as if to say, okay, you're protected. You can move forward. You can move forward. Come on, you can move forward, because here's the Sphinx looking into the union there. So very much the Sphinx. Card number 21 is, you know, she's happy within herself. So the Sphinx, of course, being such an ancient symbol, you know, it's the personification of the rising sun. That's what the Sphinx is. We're talking about observation and patience. So she's there. She's going, all right, I've got my goddess energy here. I'm here, baby. Come and get me. I'm yours. Just come and get me when you're ready. I'm here. So she's holding the space. She's being very gentle, and she's feeling that sensuality within herself. Very beautiful, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous energies happening here. I'm loving this spread very much. So, what else are they saying? Yeah, it is definitely a sitting back, be patient, overcome those self-imposing mental barriers that you still have, and come to terms with your spirituality. This is what this is talking about. So, in some senses, it's almost like the feminine is sort of keeping to herself. Now, not that she's keeping to herself from her union or from the masculine. She's keeping to herself about her union. She's protecting this union. In other words, she's not going out and telling everybody about, I'm almost there, I'm so close, I can feel it. She's protecting it. She's protecting the union. Anubis is also a protection card. So they're there, they're protecting this. They're not ready to bring it out yet into the light of day. So they're protecting it, they're enjoying it. It's like they step into another world and that's their world. Really, really good energies, because I'm also getting here, interestingly enough, we've got the Earth card at the union, at the root, which interestingly enough, Earth rooting, and then we have Osiris, which of course is the divine. So we've got this nice balance of, you know, I mean, there's a good balance of yin and yang energies here, but we've got this, the divine source, like the pillar of light coming from the divine source and grounding us down here. It's just absolutely magnificent. I could not ask for, there's a lot of changes that I'm sensing that are coming about here. Definitely, this is the pillar of light right here. So, although, I mean, you could almost turn them around, but, you know, we got Earth. It almost seems like we need it crowning there in the root down here, but it means it's cyclical. It is cyclical. Okay, we pull from source, we pull down to ground. Okay, that's the pillar of light. The middle card is the bast. And of course, the bast card, beautiful card, I love. It's the sistrum, an ancient Egyptian instrument, and this is the twin sister of Horus. Believe it or not, we don't have any Horus in here today, but we've got Bast, which is just as great. She is the goddess of joy. What more can we ask for here but the goddess of joy? These are about protection and devotion, a lot of gracefulness, joy, happiness. Healing rays are coming, radiating from the bast out into the union. So we're coming from here, radiating around the union. Pressing worries and turmoil are passing. This is what bast is telling us. The worries are going. It's important to keep your state of mind really balanced. Keep your state of mind balanced in the feminine and masculine energies. So important this week. Wow, look, it's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful reading. Those of you who are been experiencing a lot of joy within your union, be it, you know, from afar, this is good energies. For those of you, again, just remember a precaution here is that the masculine still has some karmic stuff to deal with. Okay, but he's getting there. But overall, it's great. To me, this is suggesting quite a good week to come up. So let's turn over this card, and we have the Pyramid. Perfect. The Pyramid, card number 23, or down to number 5. What do we have with the Pyramid? It's the evolution of the soul through time. It's about what we've been doing from the beginning of creation. This is where we've been heading. This is where we're going. Okay? It's the evolution of soul, which means we are breaking through the old paradigms, the old energies, the old patterns, the old ways of doing things, and coming into this new age of Aquarius, if you like. And that is very much suggested by the Cyrus card up there as well. Fantastic energies. This is all about future changes. The Pyramid is all about future changes, evaluating past lessons. It does suggest an initiation or test period as well. Okay? So, it's saying, as long as you keep your energies at a higher vibration, purge if you need to, that is what's going to help you move straight back up into higher vibrations, if that's what you need to do. There may be a little bit of anxiety, there may be a little bit of stress coming up, okay? But as long as we remain true to ourselves, we should be able to overcome these energies. Oh, plane's just flying over. Okay, because what this is also suggesting is that as a being, loving being, we do have self-imposed barriers that we need to work through. So once we work through those, our minds will expand into spiritual development. As long as we work through them, that's so important. It's key in this instance. So overall, great energies. Love it. This is a really great spread. Down in the southern hemisphere, of course, we're coming into summer, so we're feeling some nice warm energies here. Those of you who are going into winter, embrace the warmth of your fires and, really, really hone into those energies because they're good. They're really good. So let's now move on to our Goddess Isis ritual. So I'm just going to shuffle the cards and see if anything comes up. So lately, cards have been just flinging themselves out of the deck as I've been shuffling. So Goddess Isis, Goddess of light and love, do you love us unconditionally? Please give us guidance and healing ritual practices that we should do for this up and coming week in order to work through towards our union and missions. What guidance do you have for us today? Okay. Goddess of 10,000 names. Interesting card. Okay. So I also had what came up very visible to me when I've left it underneath there was also the High Priestess card. So here's our beautiful beloved Isis. Okay, so I'll see how we go, whether I'm guided to sort of do anything on that one. But definitely this is the one that was flung out. So we're talking about the goddess, Isis, endless emanations of the priestess. So very great goddess energies. So just get the book. Of course, this is the Alana Fairchild deck. Now, let's move on. Goddess of 10,000 names. Isis, with many names, forms, associations, and expressions, is referred to as the goddess of 10,000 names. A name holds power. It defines and energizes or limits. The names, faces, and roles that you play are just one part of your being, yet you exist beyond them, beloved initiate, as a vast being. You are currently realizing that you are not limited by previous identities you held. Instead, you are becoming more of your whole self. Enjoy the uncovering of even more of you. Just like the Lady Isis, you are a multifaceted, multidimensional being. It is most helpful at this phase in your path that you learn not to attach to roles or identities that may have once held great importance for you or others relating to you. It does not mean that you must cease to relate to that name or role, more that you are realizing it is only a part of you, and there is even more of you wishing to express itself now. The roles you are needing to move beyond might be mother, executive, healer, good person, strong person, always in control, daughter, teacher or guru, grandmother, and so on. There is nothing wrong with these roles, and you may still express part of your vast self through such roles, but you are at a significant point in your inner development where you are learning that these are not who you are, but simply expressions of the eternal, endless self, uncontainable by any human descriptions. It can be tricky to avoid getting stuck in roles that others prescribe for you or expect of you, and yet your self-definition will become wider and your experience of yourself will be more real, fulfilling, if you are open to discovering more of you, beyond the person you have considered yourself to be up until now. For this to happen, you must be willing to allow the many and varied faces of your being, your 10,000 names, to begin to emerge in your awareness, to realize that you are more than you currently imagine yourself to be. This opens up tremendous freedoms of choice and possibility in life. This can be both exhilarating and terrifying. Trust that the self is, in essence, divine love, and there is great joy in its unfoldment, even if there are challenges to let go of the fears that have held us trapped in certain roles and identities at times. The call to let go of old identity is very strong, leading you to this oracle at this time when a new, more whole, fulfilling, and truthful sense of identity awaits you. Any fear or struggle that you go through to allow this to happen, beloved, will be spiritually repaid to you multiplied in so many ways. There is nothing to lose except old limitations, and so much wonder and joy to be gained. This oracle also indicates there is a spiritual name waiting for you on the inner planes. The name may come from various spiritual traditions as the name of a deity or sacred mantra, or it could be an actual name that you can sound out and use in meditation or sacred temple activities with spiritual groups. That name may also simply be a note, an inner awareness of a sound, and it can be sourced by going into your heart, almost felt more than heard or spoken. The spiritual name is coming to you to help you deepen your connection with yourself. Like any other identity, it is just a representation for a time. You do not need to pack up your old life in search of an entirely new one, unless your heart deeply guides you with peace and neutrality. This is what is needed for your spiritual growth. More often than not, what that spiritual name offers you is a chance to begin to loosen your grip on your old identity, not throw it away completely, and sense yourself in a more expanded light. Whether you consciously and easily receive your spiritual name in meditation or dream state, or through a healing or conversation with another initiate, or whether it remains a mystery, trust that it is in your heart, calling you to recognize more of your true self. You have already have a spiritual name. This oracle is guidance to not become too attached to that identity either. Names are ways of knowing a being, but they are not the being. This can be hard for us to take on board in a culture that loves to label and therefore understand everything. For the initiate, however, accepting mystery is part of the spiritual journey into the divine self. If you have felt constrained by a role, name, or identity and are wishing for assistance in growing beyond it, or if you've sensed a new role or identity calling you into greater expression and would love some divine help in that growth, this oracle indicates the help you need is already with you, urging you, your growth from within. Okay, that very much sums up what I was saying in the reading with the Cartouche cards. So let's go through to the ritual now. Let's rest quietly in a space where you will not be disturbed and close your eyes. Follow your breathing into your heart space and be aware of a vast space there. Rest in the space. Say, I am open to receive in unconditional love, the spiritual name that will help me this day as I grow into conscious realization of more of my vast divine self. Be in your heart and imagine that through the vastness of that inner space, light and sound is weaving towards you in a unique pattern of colour, movement and geometry. You may hear, sense, feel or perceive a name, sound or pattern, or it may be happening beneath the level of your conscious awareness, which is fine too. Just let it come to you as obviously or as subtly as it wishes to, for this will serve you best. Imagine the pattern, vibration, name, sound or light, drawing effortlessly into your heart and feeling the essence of that pattern, name, sound or vibration. This is a gift from your divine essence. Don't analyze it, just allow it to flow. Whatever does or does not happen, obviously, is perfect for you. Once you're fully connected with your heart, think, thank you. Feel into your heart. And when you are ready, you may open your eyes, or you can say the following incantation, which will actually help evoke a spiritual name if you wish to receive one. Just be open to how that name can come to you. It might be through unexpected sources where you just know that that name is for you at that time. Be in your heart and trust your intuitive recognition of the name that will come to you at the perfect time and in the perfect way for you. The following incantation will help you shift and release identities and forms that serve you no longer, to be replaced by new identities and forms that will help you grow spiritually. Now repeat, Om Isis, Om Maha Isis, Isis of 10,000 nominations. Om Isis, Om Maha Isis, Isis of endless emanation. I leave my true self in all its glory. I now release outdated story. I let go of who I used to be. I let go of my history. Om Isis, Om Maha Isis, Isis of 10,000 nominations. Om Isis, Om Maha Isis, Isis of endless emanation. Now just rest quietly. Feel the space, feel the energy within you. That was a beautiful healing energy. It just goes to show that we don't have to be who someone else wants us to be. We are here to be our true selves. We are here for a reason. We're here to come into union. We're here on mission. We're here as part of a divine plan to live completely in unconditional love and feel that love and generate that love, transmit that love wherever you are, whoever you're with. God bless you all this week. Have an amazing week and really, really work on, not work, just be yourself. Be your true self. You don't even need to work at being your true self. Just be. so be it. Thank you. It's been a wonderful reading. I am very, very much at peace myself. So have a fantastic week, everybody. Blessings. Love you all. Bye for now.